What if Nikon's most loved retro camera just got a serious power upgrade? Leaks around the Zf II are appearing fast, and this looks far bigger than a simple refresh. We're hearing about a new sensor, a faster processor, upgraded autofocus, and stronger hybrid video features. In this video, we're breaking down the most credible leaks, what actually sounds believable, and which rumors still need verification. To understand why the Zf II leaks are hitting this hard, you have to remember what the original ZF actually did when it launched in late 2023. It pulled off something genuinely rare, a camera with the aesthetic of a vintage Nikon film body, but the full-frame sensor performance of a modern mirrorless system. Photographers loved it, video creators loved it, people who had never considered Nikon in years were suddenly paying attention again. It became one of those cameras that doesn't just sell, it builds a community. And when a camera does that, the successor carries enormous expectations, which is probably why the leaks around the Zf II have spread so fast and gotten so much attention across forums, YouTube, and camera analyst channels. The most significant hardware leak points to a 24.5 megapixel partially stacked CMOS sensor, reportedly sharing DNA with the sensor found in the Zf III. That's a meaningful upgrade from the BSI sensor in the original ZF, because a partially stacked design typically means faster data readout, which then unlocks faster burst rates, cleaner high-speed video, and notably reduced rolling shutter. On top of that, leaks consistently mention Nikon's next-gen XP8 processor, which is expected to bring stronger autofocus algorithms, better color processing, improved high ISO handling, and more advanced video pipeline management. Both of these upgrades together suggest the Zf II would be operating in a completely different performance tier than its predecessor, even if it looks almost identical from the outside. This is where the leaks get really exciting, and where some skepticism is still healthy. Rumors suggest the Zf II could shoot 6K 60 FPS in NRAW, 4K 120 FPS in ProRes RAW, and full 10-bit internal video. If true, that's a serious hybrid camera inside a retro body. Autofocus leaks are also impressive, pointing to a 273-point AI system with advanced subject tracking and burst speeds up to 20 FPS RAW. Those autofocus claims are backed by multiple sources, which makes them more believable. The bigger question is whether Nikon can fit all those advanced video features into the compact retro design without compromises. Here's what almost every credible leak agrees on. Nikon is not touching the design language. The top plate mechanical dials, the vintage curves, the textured grip zones, all of it is reportedly staying intact, and honestly, that's the right call. That aesthetic is the whole point of the ZF. What is reportedly changing is what's under the surface and on the back. The EVF is rumored to jump from the original's 3.69 million dot panel up to a 5.76 million dot OLED viewfinder, which would be a massive quality of life improvement for anyone who shoots with their eye to the finder. The rear screen is allegedly remaining as a 3.2-inch tilting screen, preserving the clean retro look from behind. Some leaked concept sketches also hint at slightly refined ergonomics, possibly a deeper grip and better button spacing, but without breaking the vintage silhouette that made the first one iconic. Leaks point to a September 2026 launch for the Nikon Zf II, with pricing around $2,699. That's higher than the original, but the rumored upgrades could easily justify it. Right now, the most believable leaks are the new sensor, faster processor, and major autofocus improvements, all inside the same retro design people already love. The bigger specs are still uncertain for now. So which upgrade would actually make you buy the Zf II? Drop your thoughts below. What if Nikon is about to drop a camera that completely resets the mid-range market? Not a small refresh, not a safe update, but a real statement. The Nikon Z6 IV rumors for 2026 are starting to sound less like iteration and more like escalation. A bigger sensor, smarter autofocus, cinema-grade upgrades, and possibly the first real taste of red influence in a mainstream Nikon body. In this video, we're breaking down what went wrong with the Z6 III, what Nikon might fix, and whether this could become the absolute hybrid camera creators have been waiting for. Let's be honest for a second. The Z6 III was a fantastic hybrid. Fast, capable, reliable, but it was not perfect. The biggest sticking point was resolution. At 24.5 megapixels, it felt a little constrained in 2025. When competitors are pushing 33 megapixels as the new baseline, cropping flexibility matters. For wedding shooters, wildlife photographers, and commercial creators, that extra room to punch in is not just a luxury, it's practical. There was also the dynamic range conversation. The partially stacked sensor design boosted speed, but landscape shooters noticed a slight shadow noise penalty at base ISO. Not a deal breaker, but noticeable. Then there were the little friction points. EVF brightness that drained battery faster than expected, thermal ceilings during extended 6K RAW sessions, and the flippy screen debate. Video shooters loved it. Traditional photographers wanted a proper 4-axis tilt like the Z8. None of these were fatal flaws, but they were the fine print. Now, here's where things get interesting. The strongest rumors suggest the Z6 IV could jump to a 33.3 megapixel full-frame stacked CMOS sensor. If true, that changes everything. Think of it like this. The Z6 series has always lived in the middle ground between speed and resolution. A 33 megapixel stacked sensor would eliminate that compromise. More cropping flexibility, faster readout speeds, minimal rolling shutter, better birth performance. Specs are one thing, but in real life, that means you can shoot high-resolution portraits, crop aggressively for wildlife, and still capture smooth video without distortion. That's the holy grail hybrid balance. Here's where the debate gets juicy. Rumors point to an XP8 processor and what some insiders are calling human intent autofocus. Now, that sounds dramatic, but the idea is predictive AI that understands scene flow, not just locking onto eyes, but anticipating movement, tracking a bride weaving through a crowded dance floor, following a bird before it clears a branch. Sony and Canon have raised the bar. Nikon knows it. If the Z6 IV inherits flagship-level AF from the Z9 and Z8 with even smarter subject recognition, it becomes extremely competitive. For solo shooters, that reliability is everything. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, Nikon's RED acquisition. Rumors suggest deeper color science integration and improved internal processing influenced by RED's cinema expertise. We're hearing whispers of internal 6K OpenGate at 60p and uncropped 4K at 120p. If that holds true, the Z6 IV stops being just a hybrid. It becomes a serious cinema tool in a relatively compact body. OpenGate means flexibility. Vertical crops for social, horizontal for YouTube, more room in post. And if skin tones and color rendering see a meaningful boost, that alone could change how filmmakers view Nikon. But here's the tension. If Nikon makes the Z6 IV too good, it risks cannibalizing Z8 sales. This is what I call the Z8 paradox. If you get a 33 megapixel stacked sensor, flagship autofocus, and serious 6K capabilities under $3,000, why jump higher? That raises two concerns: strategic crippling or price creep. If Nikon artificially limits buffer depth or thermal performance, people will notice. On the flip side, if the price creeps toward $3,000, the psychological barrier becomes real. The Z6 line has always been the sweet spot, push it too high, and it loses its identity. You know what's funny? 3 years ago, Nikon was seen as the legacy brand playing catch-up. Now they feel bold again. The Red acquisition signaled ambition. The Z9 and Z8 proved they can innovate at the top. The Z6 IV feels like the culmination of that momentum, a camera for creators who refuse to choose between photography and filmmaking, for the wedding shooter who flips from high-resolution portraits to cinematic slow motion in seconds. So what do we know? Nothing is official yet, but a 33-megapixel stacked sensor, smarter AI autofocus, and cinema-grade video upgrades would represent the most aggressive Z6 update yet. Now, I want to hear from you. If Nikon delivers this spec sheet under $3,000, the Z6 IV become your next camera? Or are you worried about price creep? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want updates the second Nikon makes it official, like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell.